Salve, guys. Today we're going to take a look at this next scene that we're going to kind of like skip over, and I'm going to cover on this video. All right, so in our narrative, Neptune, the god of the sea, he just realized that a storm had been unleashed without his approval, and he sees Aeneas' fleet scattered. That's the word for fleet, and he's upset because he did not authorize this. All right, so. All right, so he calls Wokat. He calls the Eurus, which is one of the directions of the winds, and the Zephyr, another direction of the winds. Oh no. To himself, then he speaks or he says such things. All right, so this is Neptune yelling at the winds. All right, Tanta here has such great confidence in your race. The Westry and generous goes together. Got in control of you, or held you. This is a cool Latin word. It's the Latin word for confidence, and a fiduciary is a something with banking. I just drew a blank on it, but it's when you can trust a bank. You have confidence in your bank. Something like that. I don't know. You guys that are in accounting might know that. But anyway, has such great confidence in your race gotten a hold of you. Now, winds, you dare to disturb the sky and the land without my divinity. This word comes up a lot in Virgil. Divine will, divine power, or divinity. So you dare to disturb the sky and the land without my divinity, and to raise such great masses or upheavals or disturbances. Then he says this, who am I? And this is kind of cool. You don't see this again in Virgil, but he's so angry that he starts saying something and then he stops. And you know, it's like when you're just so angry and you lose control of what you're saying. So he says, who am I? And then there's this little pause, but it is important to compose or to settle the motion of the waves or the moving waves. Afterwards, you will pay for, you see the you plural ending here, your committed crimes with no similar punishment. Like you're never going to see a punishment like the one I'm going to give you. That is called an understatement, with no similar punishment. And why am I drawing a blank? Litotes is what that's called. It's the opposite of a hyperbole. All right. He says, hasten your flights. You get mature from that. It's the verb to hurry up, hasten. Hurry up your flight and speak these things, Regi Westro, to your king. And say these things to your king. Not to him was the power of the sea and the savage trident given. Remember, a trident is like, what Neptune holds. It's a spear with 3 prongs. There's also the king from Little Mermaid, right? All right, so not to him was the power of the sea and the savage trident given, but to me by lot. Sorte means by lot. It means that when the 3 main male gods, Neptune, Jupiter, and Pluto, were given their kingdoms, it was randomly chosen. And so Neptune was given the ocean, Jupiter was given the sea, and Pluto was given the underworld. All right. He, referring to Aeolus, he holds his immense rocks, your homes, Eurus, and for some reason calling out Eurus again. And then we get the rare jussive. If you remember, jussive is a subjunctive use that translates as let. Let him toss himself in that Alla palace. Let him toss himself in that palace, or like let him, live his life in that palace. I'm sorry, there is a him. Let Aeolus toss himself in that palace, and let him rule in his closed or enclosed prison of the winds. Clauso ventorum carcere. A little bit of alliteration there. All right, so he tells the winds, like, who do you think you are? You're going to be punished by me, but I better settle this storm first. Go give this message to your king, meaning Aeolus. He is not in charge of the ocean. He should mind his own business in his home of the winds. All right, thus he spoke, and faster than speech. This is a cool word. This is part of the Olympic motto, Sidius Altius Fortius, faster, higher, stronger. And faster than speech, he calms the swollen seas. He puts to flight the gathered clouds, and he leads back the sun. All right, and just a couple more lines here. At the same time, Simithoe and Triton, these are two of his like buddies that work for him. Having leaned on a rock, dislodge the ships. Having leaned on a sharp rock, acudo here and scopulo go together. It's a word for rock. You get acute from that. So having leaned on a sharp rock, dislodge the ships. He himself, referring to Neptune, lifts them. You levitate from that with his trident. And he reveals the vast shallows. And he calms the sea. Okay, kind of redundant. All right, and this is a cool like little phrase we'll end with here. And he glides over the crests of the waves, sumas undas. We've seen that phrase before. And he glides over the crests of the waves on his light wheels. All right, obviously get rotor from that. And he glides over the crests of the waves on his light wheels. All right, Neptune has a chariot that's led by seahorses that you can drive around on the ocean with. So the words for light and wheels go together, and the words for waves and crests go together. All right, so that's A-B word order, also known as interlocked word order. And the idea is that he is, just intermixed or entwined with the waves. Okay, so we'll get to the first. This is going to introduce an epic simile, which is characteristic of epic poetry, and we'll do that together in class. So, all right, so Neptune takes care of the storm. All right, that's essentially it. Okay, thanks for tuning in. I hope you were able to follow along, and I will say Walite to you. Okay, hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving, and bye.